Hey everybody, StarCraft here, and I'm bringing you another audio commentary. And right after this, I'm going to indulge in some fruit snacks. So hopefully I won't have to redo this or mess up. And I am recording. Yes, I am recording right now. This is going to be on a new map. I forget what it's called, but it is quite pretty. And it's going to be PsY in the bottom left as the Zerg against Eru, the top right Terran. And it's going to be a shorty but a goodie. And yeah. I've got some peanuts stuck in my mouth right now, and that might be causing my computer to lag. He asks me, "Sai, are you the streamer?" Technically, I'm not a streamer. I'm pretty sure he probably meant, do I upload on YouTube, in which case I would have answered yes. But in order to gain an edge on my opponent, I avoided the question with a somewhat indirect answer. Never streamed before. Which is true. Well, I streamed once, like for an hour or something like that, but I don't count that. But he doesn't think I'm the real PsY now, and so he's all discouraged, and he's like, oh man, I thought I was going to get to play PsY. So I've got a huge advantage coming into the game right now. 9 Overlord popping out, and I said it in my last video, go check out the Sheth guide on Team Liquid forums. I will put a link in this video. It's quite awesome. It'll teach you a lot about Zerg. And the cat just jumped on my keyboard, so wonderful. Thanks, cat. Supply depot. Oh, he's going a quick barracks. I was rambling about cats and stupid shit, and he put down a really fast barracks, so that gas is up as well. We're going to be seeing a Reaper, ladies and gentlemen. Luckily, I had to burp. Luckily, I'm sending out this drone at around 12 or 13, and I did get my extractor first, and a pool at 14. So I should be well equipped to handle this Reaper attack. This drone is just doing some following. Oh my god, I did not do that. What the hell did... Oh, okay. If you press F, it fast forwards the game, apparently. Control F. Yeah, there we go. Control F. This drone is going to skitter up here. Oh, I'm a little bit too far behind. And I am such a professional commentator, can't you guys tell? And I'm going to be scouting this Reaper tech, and as well as this orbital command, which doesn't really matter because every Terran gets an orbital command. But I can assume a Reaper is going to come out. My pool should be up in time to pump out some lings. If not any lings, I can do the job. A Queen. Orbital command is up, doing a little bit of harassment with my drone, able to peck away 19 health from this SCV. Looks like it got 1 life repaired from another SCV, so that is quite comical. Second rack's going down, and this first drone, oh man, if I were him, I would have waited for this drone to leave before putting down this second racks, because that is just the biggest tell possible. 2 racks, he's going to be going mass infantry, unless he cancels it, which would be kind of creative, but I don't think he's going to cancel it. And I stick my drone on this tower real fast just to make sure he is coming with the Reaper, which he is, and I've got these little pesky Zerglings prepared for when he tries to hop up. Meanwhile, on my base, I'm training a Queen, continuing to get gas, and I'm just going to pop this Reaper in the head. So many hits already. There's no way he can outrun them on the creep. Oh, he does die. I didn't even know that he died the first time around. I thought he ran away, and so I was looking for him on this side of the map the whole time. But you'll notice with my first 100, I did get Zergling speed. This is going to allow me to have map control to plant my Zerglings out here to get some on the tower as well. And I'm putting down a second gas and getting a layer with my second 100 gas. What works really good against 2 racks builds? Mutas, in my opinion. Muta Baneling, to be more specific, because if he just pushed hard with 2 reactors with lots of Marines at this point, I'd be in trouble. I'd have to see it early and drop down some spines, but that's not what he's going to be doing right now. I'm going to keep some Zerglings up here just to keep an eye on him, because the map doesn't look too big. It's a 2-player map, but you actually have to cover a lot of ground to get to the enemy base, and Marauders and Marines are so slow, they have to come up the ramp. I'll probably decoy them with my Banelings or Zerglings a little bit, so I'd have plenty of time to put down some spines. So what am I doing right now? I am just massing drones, 24 to 16 at this point, not making any more lings. I just have 5 lings. I actually sent them up here real fast and saw these 2 Raxes with that bunker, and in that bunker are 2 Marines, and he had a couple Marauders as well. Just now putting down a factory, so looking pretty good for me as far as tech goes. There goes that Spire. Going to be saving up as much gas as I can to pump out some mutas, and in this situation, your minerals will always end up being a little bit higher than your gas, well, quite a bit higher than your gas. So with the spare larva, you can pump out some overlords, you can oversaturate for when your expansion comes, which it looks like I'm doing a little bit of that here. You can pump out some more Zerglings, do whatever you want. Just don't let it get way too high above your gas, because you want to use that mineral somehow, and you'll see in a second here I'm also going to use that to fast expand. not fast expand, but to expand, just flat out expand, and I'm getting a couple more Zerglings, but still just kind of keeping tabs on him. Should probably use this Overlord to do a little bit of sacrificial scouting, although I probably might not even have to. I could just send him right here and I'd see that starport, but we are seeing a tech lab on that starport, so this is kind of similar to the 1-1-1 Terran build. It's a lot slower, and there are 2 Raxes instead. 1-1-1 means 1 Rax, 1 factory, and 1 starport, but it's a little bit slower. Still, the Mutalisks are very good against 1-1-1s. Rallying a couple more Zerglings up to the front of his base. He takes a couple pot shots, and my Spire's up. I'm pumping out 5 Mutalisks, going to do as much harassment as I can. And the Mutas, they're not aimed at winning the game. I'm going to get in there, get a couple SCVs hopefully, but best of all, I'll have tons of map control. And that'll allow me to expand. You see that right after I pump those Mutas, I am putting down a hatchery. I'm not using any creep tumors. I should be training another queen right now, maybe even earlier while my Spire was building. But need to get a queen, get some creep tumors down. I got lots of excess minerals. But let's just keep our eyes over here on these Mutas. 5 Mutas coming in, and 5 rounds from a round of attacks from 5 Mutas can one-shot an SCV. So it's a nice number to go in and harass with. See that? 1 round kills that SCV. Now they're kind of running away, so my shots are getting jumbled. But if we look at the Harvesters, he was at 25, I believe, killing so many. He's mismanaging them. Looks like he was going to move out with this Banshee and his forces to attack, but now he's forced to fall back and try to engage these Mutas. I might be able to out-micro these Marines and actually take this battle against these 10 Marines. I think it'd be pretty close. He'd probably come out on top if he focus fired all right, but able to do so much damage. Looking at the production tab, he's getting a Viking. He doesn't even have an engineering bay, and he's getting combat shields as well. And this is where I possibly could have squeezed through these. This is not a tight hole. It is not a tight hole. I could have ran up, hopefully surrounded the Hellions and done a lot of damage with my Zerglings, but I'm feeling pretty good at this point. Took out a lot of SCVs, continuing to fly and snipe whatever I can. He does take down 1 Muta, however. And notice I am rallying more Zerglings, more Mutas to a forward position at this watchtower. Expansion is up. I did do a drone transfer, and those excess drones I put while my Spire was building and while my lair was hatching were actually quite beneficial, because you'll notice I'm looking pretty good on saturation. Putting down 2 more extractors is now 27 to 14, and I'm going to be going heavy gas because I have a Baneling nest, and you're going to see some centrifugal hooks. That is so hard to say. I actually dictionary.com'd it, and it is either centrifugal or centrifugal. So you can say it either way, or HD's way, centrifugal. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Tangent. Okay, we've got a Viking getting a little bit too far ahead of the Marines, able to pick that off so easily. I don't like his choice of Viking. I would have just stuck with more Marines, maybe put down another Rax with the reactor or something like that. Just because Vikings are really bad against Mutas unless you get like a threshold number, like maybe 6 or 7 Vikings. I don't know. They're just not good at all. You'd have to do a lot of micro, and it's just not worth it. Running in, seeing a turrets, and looks like he saw my Mutas coming in, so he's going to back up for a second, but I do see his forces. I am on the tower. I don't want to engage out here if I don't have to. I know I have the advantage with the 2 bases to his 1. My army composition probably could have defeated him, but I want to wait for the centrifugal hooks here. And you need to inject, bitch. Yeah, you better listen to me. Ho. Shit. But still running off 4 gas. Maybe a little bit too heavy on the gas just because I won't have enough minerals to pump out any more drones. He's had this lifted off for quite a while. His SCV count is just hurting so badly. 1 Thor out. Isn't going to be enough to deal with these Mutas, however. 1 Thor, yeah, they'll do a lot of damage, but against 10 Mutas, you're going to need at least 2 Thors, man. Now expanding, and this handy-dandy Overlord is a little bit out of position. Needs to be a little bit closer so he can see that expansion. And I've got these towers, so I know exactly where he's at right now. I am just grinning from ear to ear, if that's even a saying. I don't know. I might have made that up. Because I know that this force is just no match for what I've got here. These Banelings are just going to crush the Hellions and the Marines, and the Zerglings will just surround everything. So here I go, sending everything in. He cannot even micro against it. It looks like he's not even going to try. Banelings going in and crushing everything. He killed a lot of Zerglings with those Hellions, but it was just not enough, and Eru GG's. Good sport right there. But you see the importance of that early drone scout, seeing those 2 Raxes, and once I saw those, that dictated my Spire build here, and that just gave me map control the whole time. He tries to move out frantically at the end after losing so many SCVs to Muna Harass, and I just stomped him. It's just a rawful stompage. So, thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy your life while I eat my fruit snacks. Bye-bye.